shooting with Coach Willard every morning, 8 a.m. Just fixing like little things in my shot, make sure I'm stepping to the pass, stepping and looking to shoot every time, not looking in the drive. And I feel like the most thing is just staying relaxed, like staying poised while I'm shooting, like not caring about misses. I feel like last year I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to make every shot. So, I mean, if you watch, I feel like my jump shot was like tense, like I'm tensed up every shot. But every morning we just work on being relaxed, like just realizing it's a game. Like I play basketball because I love it, not because no one makes me to. So I should go out there and be fun and be relaxed. So I feel like this year if I'm relaxed and poised, a lot of my shots will be going.
Why do you think you put that pressure on yourself last year? Was it just kind of the expectations of like, you know, you're the hometown 4-star, like coming in, you were expected to play a big role? Like why was there that kind of internal expectations?
I think it just comes from like being a competitor, like just not wanting to lose, not wanting to let my teammates down, my coaches down, my parents down, and then like you said, just having expectations of myself to like not be perfect, but like want to go in there and make an impact on offense and defense. So I feel like that's where the pressure came from. I don't feel like it was really no outside noise. I feel like it was just me having like huge expectations on myself, just to show everybody I can be the player that I want to be.
How do you kind
DeShawn, as the year went on this year, you got better and better and more, you know, confidence grew. How many shots do you think you took in the offseason?
I feel like it's hard to count. I mean, during the summer, I was shooting like, I was trying to come in and shoot 1,000 shots a day, like I challenged myself. So me and the manager, his name's Todd, actually, like he would come in here and count my shots. So during the summer, I was trying to get like 1,000 shots up a day. But then once the preseason started, Coach Willard wanted me to take it down a notch. So I mean, it's really hard to put a number on. I feel like it's a lot though.
Well, I think you used to do that a lot. You used to do it when the game was over. Did you build confidence with all that shooting?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Willard tells me every morning, like he's not going to come out here out of his day to work me out if I'm not going to shoot and practice in the game. So I feel like having the head coach up in the gym with me every morning is just definitely going to put confidence in me. In the scrimmage and games and practice, he get mad when I don't take open shots. So he's instilling confidence in me, and then getting shots up is instilling confidence in myself.
Some biggest lessons you learned last season that you feel will help you this week?
Like I said, just stay poised and relaxed throughout the game. Like not letting one play get you too high, or not letting one play get you too low. I feel like last year, like if I turned over the ball, I missed a shot, but getting down to myself and it was affecting like the next plays, or if I make a good play, I get too hyped, and then the next play I'm like too aggressive or just playing a little bit out of control. So I feel like throughout the season, just stay mellow, stay poised. I feel like Jameer did a good job of that, like just always being consistent with his energy and what he's doing, and I feel like you've seen that in his play. He's very consistent, so I feel like that's a big plus.
Plenty of fresh faces in the mix, some freshmen, some transfers. What do you like about the new mix, the new kids in town?
I just feel like it's a whole new energy of the team this year. I feel like everybody's here early getting shots up. Everybody's here after getting shots up. Like everybody is on the same goal to win. Like I feel like we don't have no huge egos this year. I feel like everybody's on one common goal. I feel like even the coaches, like a lot of coaches been coming in, putting extra work in with players in the morning and stuff. So I feel like just like a whole new energy going throughout Xfinity Center.
What specifically did you want to improve in the offseason? What did you want to focus on?
With me, definitely just my shot, like making sure I can knock down open shots with Junior getting double in the post. DQ gonna get double a lot, so they're gonna rely on me to hit those open shots. So definitely my shooting, and then like my decision making, just always making the right play, like not trying to make a home run play every single time down the court, every time I'm in a ball screen or something. Just make the simple play every single time.
A lot of us grew up with DQ, Derik Queen. What's this DQ like?
I mean, Derik's a phenomenal player. He's probably like, well, I've only been in college for 2 years, but he's the best freshman I've been around. And I feel like he had like a little adjustment period, but like the first day you can come and see the skill, like it was nothing like he wasn't ready for. I mean, I feel like he's gonna be a phenomenal player.
Is it just the physics, like the size, the perimeter length? Like what is it that you've noticed has been the biggest adjustment?
The biggest probably the length, just because there's a lot of bigger guys and longer guys getting hands-on passes and stuff. So that's been something I had to adjust to. I feel like practice has really helped me, and playing against all my teammates have really helped me.
How do you feel about you and DeShawn right now? Like what's kind of, how would you describe the backcourt? Is there anything you kind of tell fans about maybe what you guys are gelling like? What's kind of it looked like so far?
I feel like from practices and stuff, we have definitely built a good chemistry, me, Selton, with DeShawn. I feel like we'd have a lot more time to keep connecting, so I feel like we'll be really good.
Yeah, and as for him, how have you seen his perimeter shot? What's it been like? Because he struggled last year with it. You took a big jump from your freshman to sophomore year from three, so I know you kind of have some personal experience on that. Have you given him any advice about shooting, and what have you told him?
Yeah, I told him that I was like, I shot 20-something% my freshman year too. It's really just, it's hard to come in as a freshman because the timing, you got to get it off a lot quicker. So I told him just be confident and keep shooting, and it'll fall.
Have you built those reps with him to where you now have faith in him if it goes on the perimeter? Like, this is a guy who I got confidence in to knock it down. And how long did it take to kind of build that up with him?
I mean, yeah, we shoot a lot together. Like, before practice.
No more with Willard, he was saying? Like,
yeah, DeShawn comes with Willard, but
and then you come in after him.
After practice and stuff like that,
Yeah.
we get shots up together. So.
Nice.
Jacoby, I was wondering, you weren't here last year, so you didn't go through what the team went through. But talking to some of the returners, have you got a sense as to how much last year really kind of weighed on them?
I mean, yeah. They told
You
me.
know, like you said, it's needed.
Right.
Definitely. They have a post presence, a paint presence. So us guards, we got to stretch the floor out to make the defense spread out to help those guys in there.
Yeah, and so is it, perimeter spacing is obviously a pretty basic basketball concept, right? Like, you have to make sure that you got the outside shooters to create space for Derik and vice versa. But is it almost thinking like, Coach Willard wants to get up this amount of threes a game because then we know we're doing our offense right? Or is it some games, you guys are going to rip and run in transition and put up a lot more, and other games it's going to be a grind? Like, what have you talked about with your offensive identity?
We haven't really spoken about that a lot. Really, it's just the flow of the game, depending on who we're playing, maybe if they're doubling or not.
Yeah.
Of course, if they're doubling, there's going to be a lot of shots to go on the perimeter. So, and if they're not, one-on-ones, I'm taking them every day, 10 out of 10 days. So, depending on the flow of the game.
Yeah. What type of offense do you guys expect to have? Like, what are you kind of thinking your identity will be? I know it's early, so you might not know, but through these kind of early weeks, what have you seen from the offense?
Really, we can mix it up. We can shoot, score in the paint. We got a lot of guys that can do different things, so I think that'll help us. We're not one-sided. It's good to have different ways to score. That should help us out.
Where do you think you guys have struggled the most, though, so far?
Scoring the ball?
Just in general.
I say transition. Right, transition.
Offense or defense?
Yeah. Just communicating. And again, this is a new group of guys, so it's going to take us some time to build that chemistry and just know how to do those things, know how to do the small things.
And as you got into the offensive flow of this team, how much do you expect to play out of ball screens? I know Jacoby's going to obviously probably dominate the ball, but do you expect to be a secondary creator, or are you going to be more of a kind of 3-and-D standstill type guy?
Oh, no. My game is way more than that. I can play make, so I believe the coaches have that trust in me to come on ball screens as much as I want or can.
Try to do everything like the vocal. Now it's kind of match that intensity or take them out.
Gotcha. And has that been where you've been at mostly?
No, because me and Drew been on different teams.
Gotcha. And when you've been on the same team, what's that been like?
I haven't been on the same team yet.
Gotcha. Looking back at your old Montverde roster, I think there were 5 different guys you played with there that are in the Big Ten now. Is there anyone you're looking forward to seeing the most?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Oregon, KJ Evans, Illinois, Dre, UCLA, Sky. What else is the Big Ten? Sean Stewart, Ohio State.
And Malik.
Oh yeah, Malik, Indiana.
Anyone in particular, or all of them?
Indiana.
That's okay. What about Indiana?
You guys play in recent
Indiana.
together for fun?
Derek, you guys, you said you haven't played with Juju yet on the same team in scrimmages and stuff. When that does happen, what have you kind of gotten to know about his game? It's one thing to watch him on TV, but seeing him, what have you learned from him so far, whether it's skills or just kind of how he plays?
How physical he is, and how he barely misses around the basket.
Yeah. Have you taken? Coming to the Big Ten, it's going to be physical, right? It's a physical league. How have you prepared yourself? I know you've worked a lot in your weight training and stuff like that, but how have you prepared for league play?
Just match the intensity.
And does that come through practice, or is that you think that'll come as you get into games?
Through practice.
I got you. And what about this year's roster and this year's kind of lineup cohesion? Do you think will make your offense work because of the 2 big men? That's kind of not disappearing, but it's a more scarce thing you see across college
I mean,
basketball.
I feel like we got everything, like every piece. We got shooting, point guards, big men. I feel like we got everything.
What's the thing you guys, Willard pointed out, transition defense has been a bit of a struggle. What's going to have to improve to kind of make that steady?
It's not really a struggle. It's just both of us be trying to rebound under the basket, and if we don't get the rebound, the other team get the rebound. They already leaking out and stuff.
Running, yeah. Luckily, the Big Ten doesn't necessarily have the fastest teams, but as you kind of get used to playing in a game and understanding how you and Juju are going to work, what do you want to grow with your individual game, not just as a team? Is there anything you're looking to improve?
Just getting better at everything I'm already good at.
And do you think fans can expect to see a little 3-point shots this year? Is that you gonna be putting any up?
Hopefully.
What's the biggest thing in terms of piece of advice that Juju's told you so far that's been helpful?
I don't know. He a wise man.
Wise man? How so?
I don't know. He know a lot.
Gosh.
Going off that, I'm sure it was probably mentioned. Obviously, you two played.